How can we simply reduce food waste? Welcome to London. Today, we're back with the topic of food waste. As we mentioned in the previous video, roughly 1/3 of the food produced for human consumption every year is either wasted or lost. Each year, the food wasted in Europe could feed about 200 million people. In Latin America, about 300 million people, and in Africa, also 300 million people. As part of their job, culinary teams are often required to make complex forecasts and decisions under stressful conditions, sometimes without accurate information. Today, kitchen staff still struggles to accurately anticipate the quantities of food required for production and consumption. Obviously, this negatively impacts profit and the planet.
Meet Winnow, a tech company founded in 2013 in London with a mission to run more productive, profitable and sustainable kitchens by cutting food waste in half. Winnow assesses the entire production process from when the food enters the kitchen until when it's consumed or lost.
Basically, Winnow is teaching a machine to scan the food that's being thrown away, using the same type of technology you'd find in a driverless car. The device takes pictures of the food as it goes into the bin to train a computer vision model and identify food items in real time. This generates analytics displayed on the Winnow platform, which allows to pinpoint waste and take better decisions.
The idea is to make it user-friendly for the food department to capture the data of the food waste. With these analytics, the team can better design menus, adapt the size of certain dishes, and optimize food purchases. This considerably helps kitchens reduce food waste and save money.
Winnow has already produced analytics for over 1,000 kitchens in 40 countries, building a massive database of millions of food waste images. All this precious information has allowed companies to halve food waste within a period of 1 or 2 years.
Winnow has been collaborating with big firms to scale their impact and tackle the problems of food waste within the entire hospitality industry. As an example, Winnow helped IKEA UK save 1.2 million meals and allowed Hilton Hotels to save £65,000 in food purchases.
We can and must work together to eradicate food waste. While companies and governments play a major role in fighting food waste, we, as individuals, can already have a big impact.
We can be more mindful of our food consumption and management, whether it's at the supermarket or in our own kitchen.
That's a wrap for today.
Stay tuned for the next episode.